Hello everyone, Patricius Juandono here. Today I'm going to talk about Wordcloud. Now, what is Wordcloud? Now, Wordcloud is a free analysis software that you can find free on the internet, and it enables you to analyze your advertisements, to analyze your short stories, and to analyze somebody's speech. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into my presentation in order to know better what Wordcloud can do for you. Okay, people, so this is our topic for today, using Wordcloud to improve stories, advertisements, and to analyze texts. Now, what is actually Wordcloud? According to Google, it is an image composed of words used in a particular text or subject, in which the size of each word indicates its frequency or importance. Now look at the word frequency and importance. That's important. Yeah. So the more frequent words will be printed bigger. So if you see a word cloud, like what I have displayed here below on the bottom of the screen, the bigger a word is printed, the more important it is, the more frequent it comes in the text. Yeah. So the more often a specific word appears in your text, the bigger and bolder it appears in your word cloud. Okay, so the bigger it is, the more important and the more frequent it is. Okay, now what is the use of word cloud to for your stories? Well, it improves your stories. How? It helps you avoid using the same words many times. So if you run a word cloud on your story and then you find that the word set is printed big, and that means that you very often use this, and sometimes you overuse it. In other words, you use it too often, and because it is too often, for a story, it might be boring to read the word sad many times, right? So you can, in case you find this kind of result, then you can consider changing the word sad into some other words which actually mean similar to sad, like commented, remarked, retorted, muttered, etc. Yeah. So in that way, your story will have a more various, more diverse vocabulary, not one that is repeated many times. Okay. Second one is it helps you focus on the main characters and what they do. Okay. The third is it helps you refine your plot. If you look at the word clouds result and then you find that some verbs do not actually contribute to the plot, yeah, then you might revise your story to create more interesting plot. Okay, now let's see an example of this. Now this comes from a student of mine. It's about a story about a girl with asthma, and she relies on inhaler. Yeah, so you know that the word Noah and Kaori, these are the two protagonists. Yeah, they come big because they are mentioned many times. And then you have the word inhaler. Yeah, and you have to be you have to watch how the other words are mentioned, are used. Yeah, so you have the word school, which comes out many times. You have the word didn't, yeah, comes out many times. And then you have to, if you write a story, you have to find important words which are otherwise, or which are somehow not quite outstanding here, which means that those important words that you think are important words are somehow subdued. Yeah, not they don't come out very often. Yeah. And so you have to, this kind of result will tell you how your story is composed. And if necessary, you can rewrite your story. You can use more frequent verbs. You can use more certain verbs more frequently in order to improve the tone of your story or improve the plot if necessary. Okay, so that's the use of word cloud for story. Oh yeah, by the way, you can look here. This is the website that offers a free service of word cloud. It's called wordclouds.com. Simple, and it is entirely free. You can run an analysis of word clouds on your various texts, stories, advertisements, speeches, yeah, for free. So the address, the URL is wordclouds.com. You go to that site and see how they cater for your various needs of analyzing texts. Yeah. Okay, now what is the use of word cloud for your advertisements? First, it helps you use the right keywords so that your ads will be found easily in search engines. Remember, in this era, in this digital era, the popularity of your content depends on the right keywords. If your keywords are right, Google or any other search engine will easily find them, and as a result, your content will be seen by many people. Yeah. So it helps you use the right keywords. Yeah. Second one, it helps you avoid technical jargons that customers won't understand. If you're in a business of a high technology device, make sure that your ads do not contain too many technical terms. Yeah. Otherwise, your customers will not understand what you are talking about or what you are writing about. Okay, you don't want this to happen, right? It helps you focus on words which emphasizes the benefits for the customers. So if you run a word cloud on your advertisement, on the content of your blog, for example, and then you find that words which are associated with benefits are printed smaller, now you have to revise the content, you have to revise the wording of your advertisements so that words associated with benefits for the customers will come out more often. If they come out more often, if they are used more often, then they will show in bigger font in your word cloud, and that's better. Yeah. Okay. Next one is that it helps you identify the most unpleasant or the worst thing of your service that customers often complain. So if you run a word cloud analysis on the transcripts of your customers calling to your customer service, you will find that some words come out very often, like slow delivery, unfriendly staff, your staff is unfriendly, your delivery is slow. Now you have to be careful when this comes out big on a word cloud, then you are sure that these are the things that your customers complain on most frequently. And you have to be aware of that. You have to be cautious. You have to improve your service. Okay, so it helps you identify your weaknesses, the weaknesses in your service. Okay. Now, for example, this is I took this from a sunscreen advertisement, Tabir Surya in Bahasa Indonesia. So understandably, you will have the word Surya and Tabir here come out big. Yeah. But then you also have the word kulit. Now, kulit is very important because it has something to do with skin treatment. So yes, that's right. Kulit, the word kulit should appear very often. Yeah. Then you have to look at some other words which actually benefit the customers but are printed smaller here. Yeah. Then If that's the case, if the words are printed smaller and you know that the words are actually words that benefit the customers, then you'll have to rewrite your content. You have to rewrite your advertisements so that those beneficial words come out more often. Okay, yeah, that's for the advertisement. Now, what is the use of Wordcloud for research? Well, Wordcloud can help you analyze one's speech, be it written or spoken. You can analyze their speech to find out some interesting facts about their personality, about their approach, about what they feel about a certain issue, yeah, and those kinds of things. So, for example, it helps you identify what topics are important in their perspectives. So, if you run a word cloud analysis on somebody's speech, then you find that certain words are printed big, then you can be sure that that word, that topic is very important in the eyes of the speaker or the writer. Okay, it helps you identify their emotional level. If you run a word cloud analysis on somebody's speech and then you find many emotional words come up big, then you can conclude that they are being emotional when they wrote that text or when they delivered the speech. Yeah. So now let's look at this example. I took it from Joe Biden's speech after the presidential election in United States. So you understandably the word Biden, yeah, Joe Biden come out very often. That's why they are big here. But then you have America. Yeah, so to Biden, America is a very important issue. You have the word democracy is also a very important issue, right? You have to the word together. Yeah, to American people being sticking together, being together in facing the difficulties, in facing the challenges. Here, look at the word unity. Unity in Biden's eyes is also an important issue. Yeah. But then you can look at the word virus here. Yeah, virus is printed smaller. So obviously Biden doesn't really feel worried about virus. He doesn't seem to see this as an important issue. Yeah, and that's why it is printed a bit smaller than the other topics like unity and people and democracy. Yeah. Okay. So again, the use of word cloud enables you to infer things that are important in the eyes of a speaker. You can also identify their emotional level. You can identify the topics they are most concerned about. Yeah, so that's the use of word cloud for speech analysis. Okay, that's it. You can use word cloud and benefit from its advantages that it can offer. Do this for your research and do this for your advertisements, and also you can, if you are keen on story writing, you can also use word cloud to enhance the quality of your writing. Goodbye. See you again in my next episode.